morning, intuitives. Been up for a couple hours, so I'm ready for work. I gotta leave soon, but I want to get a video in early this morning before I head out. So if I seem a little tired, it's because it's early in the morning and I didn't sleep well last night. I don't sleep well a lot of nights. It's been that way for years. So, building on some of the other narcissist videos that I've done, and the one, especially the narcissist isn't your partner, they're your master video, seems to be doing pretty good, for a nobody channel like mine. It's important information. More people should watch it. You should share it because I think it's something that rings true, hits hard, hits home for some of you, and isn't something that is really spoke of that bluntly. What I want to talk about today is another narcissistic tactic, and that one is slander, and you could say lies too. And the crux of this is basically, if a narcissist wants to destroy you, control you, or sees you as a threat to their narcissistic supply, any means necessary. I said before, they're like the Terminator. They'll do whatever they have to do to get to their end result. They don't care who they have to stab in the back, what they have to say, what they have to do. They'll lie, they'll cheat, they'll make shit up, they'll turn people against you, they'll threaten you, they'll threaten people from talking to you, they'll insert themselves in people's lives and refuse to leave their side until they cease communication with you. There is nothing they won't do. And that's something you got to be aware of, and this ties into the Daenerys Targaryen syndrome. And that's my word. Please share that video and make that known amongst the INFJ community. But the idea that that's the thing amongst our ranks, that's my idea. I want my due credit for making it that way. Anyway, so with the narcissistic tactic of slander, can be a couple different reasons why they go this route. If you yourself are the main target of the narcissist, i.e. you're the person they're getting their narcissistic supply from, they're going to slander you to others for a couple different reasons. One, if you're in a relationship with the narcissist, they're going to slander you to other people because they want to keep you down. They want to keep you easily controllable. They want you to think that you need them, that you can't do any better, that being with them is the best you can do, and you're so lucky to have someone who's by your side at all times. They're by your side at all times because they want to control you and ensure that you don't form a bond with somebody other than them, particularly someone they would view as a threat, or someone who could explain to the target what the narcissist is doing, like, oh, you're being controlled, like this is abuse, run kind of thing. They don't want that. And particularly anybody that they see as a threat, because, well, then the target will be like, well, wait a minute, like this person treats me way better than the narcissist does. Like, what am I doing, devoting my whole life to this person who's, when you think about it, abusive and unstable? The narcissist can't have that, so they have to control the narrative, and that's where slander comes in. So anybody who tries to get close to the target must be destroyed. And like Daenerys Targaryen syndrome, narcissists don't care. They'll turn on a dime. They'll sing somebody's praises one week, and the next week, like I said, they'll be the devil himself. And it's like, well, that doesn't make sense. Well, I said it does, so it does. It just do what I tell you. Listen to what I say. And in a slandering narcissist, will use that kind of logic. They'll get their target to basically believe, like, don't listen to anybody else but me. It's like, I don't care what those other 10 people said about that other person. They're bad now. I know I said they were good last week, but they're bad now because, they're an obstacle for me getting what I want. What? Did I say that part out loud? That kind of stuff. And narcissists think they're more cunning than they are. They really do. That's why they seek out targets that are naturally submissive and pushovers and not the type to fight for themselves. They also seek emotionally damaged people. They also seek out introverts because introverts are more likely to have a much smaller social group, so there'd be less potential competition for the narcissist. You see what I'm saying? They seek out people who just moved to new areas. They seek out people who just got out of bad relationships. They know how to pick their victims. They look for, they look for the limping. They're ambush predators. They look for the deer that has a limp. But that's a reason why they can slander in that route. If you are their main target, they will want you to think that they're the best thing that ever happened to you, and nobody else is looking out for you, and they are, and to only trust them. Don't even trust your own intuition. No, 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 no. Narcissists don't like that. No, 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 no. No. They think for you. You completely submit your will to them. As I said, they are your master. Yeah. So that's if you are the target. Now, worse yet, this ties into the Daenerys Targaryen syndrome. If you are the person that the narcissist deems a threat, i.e., the person that could potentially educate their target, yeah, they got to make you seem like a villain. They have to paint you in such a light with the amount of slander that you can't be trusted, that everything you say must be a lie, that you have a hidden agenda, that you are the bad one, that, usually pair this with one of their other favorite tactics, gaslighting, because it'll be behind your back, it'll be covert, and they'll be, not only twisting facts in normal gaslighting, but they'll just be straight up lying about you. Straight up lies. It's like just discredit at all costs, get target away from, get target not to talk to. And they'll pair this with another one, a projection. They'll project their psychotic tendencies onto you. So it'll be like, well, and that's for two reasons. One, they'll be like, well, I do this. So if I do it, everybody must do it. But in the narcissist mind, it's okay when I do it. When anybody else does it, it's crazy and bad. Even though I haven't seen this person do this psycho shit, I do it. Therefore, everybody does it. And there's a double standard. And it's only okay when I do it. So therefore, they must do it. And it's bad when they do it. I did do that right. That makes sense. Listen closely. It does. So in that sense, when the narcissist is slandering the person that is a threat to their narcissistic supply, it's when they'll go about that tactic. It's something it's hard to really see coming, because especially if you were cordial with this narcissist before, like you just not close, but you didn't have any problems, it'll come out of nowhere, it'll catch you off guard. And another thing to be aware of is the slander circle will keep spreading. Obviously, they're going to slander you to the target if they see you as a threat to the target. Can't stress that enough. The next will be the narcissist will use their flying monkeys and their enablers, because that's their people they easily have influence over, especially if there's some other narcs in the mix too, because sometimes the narcs will work together, especially if they're not competing over the same source of supply. It's like, well, you get me my supply, I get you your supply. Let's slander him, and then you tell everybody what a big shot I am. I don't know. That's just a for instance. I really can't remember the last time I dealt with two narcs at the same time, other than my family, but they all hate each other anyway. So, but that's something, to be aware of as well. And it's tough to combat, because if you don't know exactly how, like, you can tell when people are talking behind your back. Yes, you can tell. It's like, oh, people are looking at me different. That's not good. Something's up. It's like, I bet I understand why this is happening, but the hard part is when you're being slandered by a narc, it's like, what the hell are they saying? Especially if there's really nothing they could use against you. It's like, oh, so they're making shit up. Yeah. And how do you combat that? You don't, you have a group of people who've turned out of nowhere on you, who are now slandering you behind your back. You can probably figure out why they're doing it, what their end game is, but you got like a group of people now coming up, uniting on the same false story against you. You don't know what it is, so if you don't know what they're lying about you, how do you combat it? Oh, high school shit. How I loathe thee. So it can be frustrating to deal with, especially if you're a person who highly values truth and integrity and tends to play it straight with people, and then this comes out of nowhere to smack you in the face. especially if the people you're dealing with claim, and the key word is claim, to be honest. This may come as a shock to you. Initially, the shock will wear off real fast. But be aware that this is a common tactic used by narcs, and its main goals are to get compliance, to get what they want. Again, if you are the target, they want complete control over you, and this is just one of many tactics they'll use to get it. And if you are not the target, but you are a threat to their narcissistic supply, they just want to destroy you and discredit you utterly. So be aware this is one of the common tactics. Pay attention to other narcissistic tactics, and understand too, and I'll leave this, little disclaimer. People other than narcissists use slander. So that's why you got to be aware of like all the if you think someone's a narcissist and they're against you, be aware of all the tactics they're using, like the right combination of tactics and behaviors. Yeah, you're probably dealing with a narc. If somebody's just slandering you, then they might just be out to get you for some reason that you don't know at the time. But if it's somebody just slandering you because they want vengeance or something, it's not going to be as vicious and malicious and like full on as a narcissist will, because a narcissist takes shit to a new level. It's just something to be aware of. And yes, I'm aware how tired I sound, but I wanted to get this out anyway. I hope it helped, even though it's clearly not my best, but I'm going to publish it anyway. Trust your intuition if you think someone's slandering you and you think that person's a narc, and have integrity. Call them out.